Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and it is
episode 1000. Oh, yeah.
It's also my birthday, and it is the Songtember Kickoff Party for 2023. I hope you're all excited because we are going to have a walk down memory lane. And to kick things off, this is the Chandler Brothers from Songtember 2022 with Here in September. Oh, yeah. Hello and welcome to the show. Hope you're all doing good. The sexy Chandler brothers there with their 2022 Songtember track here in September. What a great way to start the show because, you know, it just covers, it just is everything about Songtember. It says it all in one song. We love the Chandler brothers. We love you because Songtember is about you and you creating music, and it's super exciting to be here today and have my good friend who I'll bring on in 1 minute's time. But it is 1,000 episodes. Can you believe it? 3 years ago, I started this little thing thanks to my guest today who inspired me to do this. I thought nobody would come along and watch me do this silly stuff. But here we are, 1,000 episodes in, and it's amazing. I wouldn't change the world. I get up every day at a ludicrous o'clock to do this, at like 6 in the morning. And most people don't want to do jobs where they get up that early. But to do this every day is just, it's a blessing. And to know so many amazing people and hear your music and be able to contribute to, be a part of this is just fantastic. Happens to be my birthday today. I want to quickly thank, man, you guys are so nice. We've got Chad Freeman's joined as a Wart Warrior. We've got Leela's a member for 8 months now. Let me, so Queen Bee, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Falcro. Who else did I say? Andy, thank you. Falcro, 10 gifted subs. You guys rule the world. So I got Queen, I got Thomas. Thanks so much for super chatting and doing that stuff and keeping the lights on and doing all of that. Today's show, of course, is sponsored by our friends up here at DistroKid. But I'm going to bring on my guest first before we talk about DistroKid because we're both hopelessly devoted to DistroKid. So, you know this man from Studio Live today. He is the funny little weird guy who got me interested in this whole YouTube caper who I found a few years ago. Teaching people how to do stuff. And I'm going to bring him on. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one, the only, the man, my good friend. It is Pete Johns.
Hopelessly devoted to YouTube. Hello.
Oh baby.
Good afternoon. Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm exceptionally well. I like that you're the only person that's ever called me little. So I'll take the funny and the weird, but given that my nickname was Big Pete in high school, being called a little man is quite strange.
I think I'm taller than you, actually.
Yeah, you are. Well, yes, I'm not. I'm 5'11" and 3/4. I've never quite penetrated 6 feet. How did we get here?
I need a bell.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. First of all, thank you. Welcome to Songtember. Thank you for coming on to my Songtember launch party, and thank you for having me on your 1,000th show for your 21st birthday.
And I'm getting younger every minute, Pete. I'm going to be 11 soon.
Oh.
So any weirdos out there, don't get any ideas.
Seriously, every time we get together, we've been, 2 minutes, not even, like 100 seconds, and it's already gone down.
Shit. Hey, Leela, thank you too for the super chat. Thank you. Hello to everybody who's here. Hypnotic, Jonathan, Princess, Conspiracy Music, Leela. We got Daryn Anderson. We got Thomas Christ, the legend, the man himself. Falcro, Chad Freeman, Sean Chandler. Who else? M Borthwick, hello to you. Scott, Development of a Void. We got Russ. Who else? As I was scrolling, try and get Queen. Love you, Queen. Man, so many names. I get so lost. I think I've got most people. I can't scroll any further. If I've missed you, type something in the chat, then I can find you. There's Jamie Melander. Dude, what's going on? If I've missed you, just let me know. There's Patrick Chandler. So we got the Chandlers here. Hello, welcome. PA, hello to you. Got the whole crew. Are you guys excited about Songtember? Let me know if you're excited about Songtember while I ask my good friend Pete Johns. Pete, what the bloody hell is Songtember?
What is Songtember all about? Firstly, is my audio coming okay? I've just been tweaking my settings because there's a few Zoom settings here. Am I hearable?
Yes.
Cool. Songtember is a song in a month challenge that we kicked off 4 years ago. This is the big 5th anniversary of Songtember, and What it is it's a challenge for you to finish a song. What I was finding is a lot of folks in the community we're all really good at start when it's new and sexy and exciting. It's like a relationship. It's really good in the first phase because everything's new and exciting. But getting married and having children and a mortgage, that's the finishing a song. Very worthwhile, very, very good for you, but sometimes challenging. No, that's a really bad analogy. No, what is the it's about finishing a song. So a lot of people get partway through a song and they don't know how to get it done because they don't have any what I like to call positive time pressure, which means that if you give, it's that old thing, if you give something as much time as you want, you'll take as much time as you want. Whereas if you say, hey, this is my challenge for this month, you can actually get it done within the month. So it's really just to have a bit of fun, to bring the community together and to celebrate the fact that we live in the future where all of us have the capability and the right to create, record and release our best music.
And how the hell do people get involved in, and what are the rules? We need to know the rules. Pete, you need to set down the rules because rules are important. Just ask Hippie. He tells us about them every 5 minutes.
The rules are boom. The rules are there are no rules. Rule number 1, there are no rules. Rule number 2, no outside food. Sorry, that's a Simpsons reference for my Simpsons fans. No, there really aren't any rules except for the fact that you should be involved and you should have fun because there's no prizes, there's no competition. There's enough things in life that are competitive. So you've got the voices and someone's got talent and someone's got idols and all of that bollocks. And I actually strongly disagree with that because I think that music is not something where you need to rank and file it. It's not something that should be challenging. Well, it should be challenging, but it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a competition. It shouldn't be a win-lose situation. It should be an opportunity for everyone to participate and be involved. And if you think that's all a bit hippy-dippy and you'd rather do something competitive, then maybe Songtember's not for you. But the rules are
Get out.
Start. Just start creating. And if you get to the end of the month, I like to say, if you've done more than 0, if you've done more than you would have done if you did nothing, you win. You're ahead because even if you've got a demo at the end of the month and you haven't finished it completely, or you've got a hook that you've written, or you've written an amazing chorus, that's going to help you into the future. So while the aim is to finish a song and get it done, and many people like that positive time pressure, if it doesn't work out for you and you don't quite make it in the end, no harm, no foul.
Spot on. Love it. Hello, Andy. Thank you, Lady Rodeline, for the super chat as well. Thank you, Greg O'Sullivan. I'm going to give you some, what can I give Greg? Some pigeons. I remember the pigeons. They took off. I hear there's so many stupid things on this channel that take off and they last for 2 weeks and then they're gone. We forget all about them.
Yeah. I don't understand a lot of the memes. I kind of forget.
Neither do I.
A week or 2 and then I come back and there's all the random memes that I've got no idea because one person made one comment on one show this one time.
Yeah.
Takes off and everyone's talking about pigeons and I'm completely...
Folks, there's new emojis in the chat if you want to use those. If you are a Wart Warrior, there's a whole bunch of emojis. There's a very cool one with Pete saying very cool. There's a Songtember one. I think there's a 1000th episode one. So there's a bunch of new emojis if you want to throw them at us and have them float around our heads, have fun. I look at it like people throwing a basketball around at an event, when the cricket gets boring. So the chat have got something to do when we bore you shitless.
That's okay. That's what I've got to do. I can get something for the chat to do so that they don't just have to listen to me, right?
I've got to mention this because we got to do this. So today's show, yes, folks, is brought to you by, and you're going to hear about these people a lot through Songtember. I can bring this up. Boom. Oops, wrong one. DistroKid, because you can release your music through DistroKid. Because this is a song in a month challenge, hey, this is the perfect time to sign up to DistroKid for $22.99 a month. Very cheap. I mean, it's ridiculously low. You can release unlimited songs. You can split royalties with other artists. You get a Spotify check mark. You can get your lyrics in Google and more. And you've got a whole bunch of cool things you can do around advertising and all that stuff and promotion. And if you use my link that is provided here, distrokid.com/VIP/Jade Starr, you get 7% off your first year. I've been using DistroKid way before I started doing this YouTube thing and way before they started sponsoring this show. I know Pete's exactly the same. We both swear by it. And, you know, if this is the way you want to go and get your music on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Tidal, all of the fancy places, even, you know, places like Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram, it's all there for you. You can make a little cool, you know, video, one of those newfangled things the kids do these days, a reel or whatever it's called, and you can find your own music on there. So that's really cool. So we thank DistroKid for sponsoring the show. And as Emperor Palpatine always says, do it. Do it. Do it. Do what Emperor Palpatine says and do it.
I'm not a Star Trek fan. I don't understand that.
Yeah, well, we'll talk more about DistroKid a little bit further in the show, but we got to get on and play some music now because that's what today is about too. We're in between. We'll talk a little bit more about Songtember and, you know, previous years and all that. But our first, so we opened with the Chandlers. The next song now, I picked the Chandlers. Now you pick this next one, Pete, and there's we've been Skull. That's Brad, I'll bet, is it? Yeah, Brad loves skull effing us every day. So you picked this first one. This is Daryn Anderson from 2020, and this is a free ride, this song is. So let's play this from 2020. So we're playing songs across all 4 years, I think. Yes. No, 3 years. I've only got 3 years of stuff.
Yeah, the first year was, again, it was so far in the archives, I couldn't quickly and easily find it. So I was amazed.
What's that? Let's turn that down. It's the notification thing. All right, this is Daryn Anderson and Free Ride. Let's do it. Boom.
Is your life. Oh yeah. Well, there's people on the streets trying to find a place to sleep. They don't care about your life just like nobody else. Well, you hate your job, it sucks, and you're down on your luck. It's time to make a change, take a different road. Rain and steel comes down from the sky, sun and moon will always shine. It's your choice, make a move while you still got time. Gotta take care of yourself, that's true. Remember there's people that care about you. Ain't no such a thing as a free ride. Well, this is your life. Crossroads where we stand. Won't you take my hand? Let's just shut our eyes and let's go for a ride. Rain and steel life. Oh yeah. Come on, girl. Let me see those hands in the air. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Rock and roll, man.
You know, I would love to hear Daryn sing a Poison song.
He's got that 80s, right? He's like Brian Adams, Tom Cochran meets hair metal. Oh, it's just cool. Yeah, very, very cool. And I wanted to choose that one, not only because it's Australian, you like Australian music. Dad's up there in Queensland, but Daryn and his brother Matt Anderson have been part of this community for a really long time. Matt released his first song with DistroKid, and I had him on the show, and I remember he was nervously hitting that. Oh, put it out there to the world. It was awesome. And then yeah, brother Daryn creating amazing music as well. So a lot of talent in that family, and I appreciate them both being part of the communities here.
The Brothers Anderson rock. I've had the pleasure of covering their songs on the opening hour. And let me tell you, they are both very hard, very different singers too, you know. Very, you know, Darren's got the really the 80s hair rock voice, where Matt's got the droning, lazy punk kind of alternative grunge thing going.
That's all 90s and Daz is all 80s. It's
Yeah. Thank you, Rockin' Pneumonia, for the super chat as well. Chad Freeman, thank you so much. Lainey Perez, thank you, guys. It's very sweet of you to do that. Thank you so much. So we're going to play another song because we've got a few to cut through, and then we'll have a chat after this one. Now, this is an artist who, man, this guy jumped on the scene. I think this was the first song he kind of released into the community, and now this particular dude, he can't do anything wrong. He could do a live stream and shit in a cup on live stream, and people would still flock to watch him, and it's 15th Bend. He's incredible. He commands respect.
I agree. I keep hearing the name 15th Bend because people keep collaborating. People just want all the 15th Bend. They want to collaborate with 15th Bend, and they want to hear music from 15th Bend. It's a phenomenon.
So this was from the 2021 Songtember, and I think he's re-released this song since then. So it's called Rise, and let's play it. This is 15th Bend from 2021 Songtember. Let's do it right. And now, DJ. 15th band.
So cool.
There's a reason I picked that, because normally we were trying to pick stuff that had video clips, but that one I let through because I love showing things that have shown the progression of people, because that's one of the really cool things about our job here on YouTube, being, I guess we can call ourselves teachers, kind of, I guess, maybe.
But yes, no. Yeah, I
Influencer.
say educator when I don't want to be.
Educator. So, but it is really fascinating seeing all these amazing people who are here in the chat as well today, and that submit songs, and that we have around the community and have their songs played on other shows. To see the growth and see them get better and better, it makes me get up in the morning. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a time capsule. I look at it that way. Folks that have been participating in Songtember for a few years, you look back on year and year and year, and you can basically pin it to times in your life. So I can actually see, like I saw, like the year I lost my job, I made a really rockin' punky song. And the year last year where I was feeling kind of laid back and chillaxed, I made a folky country kind of song. So plus you get to hear your progression of your songwriting and your performance and how you're improving, because practice makes progress, is what I like to say anyway, or like Brad Example likes to say.
So let me ask you before we go into the next song, what was it that inspired you to start Songtember? Was this something for yourself first, or were you thinking of the community?
Yeah, so it did start for myself. I wasn't creating enough music. So before Songtember even existed, I did a song in a month challenge for a song called For the Birds. And it was a twofold kind of thing. I wanted to do a song and I wasn't finishing enough music. So I thought I'll challenge myself to do a song in a month. And I was also learning how to create videos for YouTube and create engaging content that I could actually put up on a YouTube channel. So this is all the way back in like 2017. And I realized that this was actually something like people were following along, and like I was getting comments and emails from folks saying, I'd really like to do this. Is inspirational. I'd really like to do this. I'm watching you do this. I think I can do it too. And I'm like, yeah, I think other people can actually do this. So I thought, why don't we do this this year? And again, it was over a year later that we actually got off my bum and decided to actually do it. But coming into 2019, I did an album in 2018, and then in 2019, I thought, yeah, that idea, that song in a month challenge thing, that could actually be a good thing to do. And it just happened to be coming up to September, and I went, Songtember, that's a cool thing to do. So let's make it happen. And yeah, the first year, as you recall, the other thing, because your sponsor and my sponsor, DistroKid, were starting to sponsor shows and be part of the channel, and I wanted people to release their music, not only because I wanted to promote the wonderful work that DistroKid do, but in that first year, something I can't do anymore because I'd go broke, is that anyone that released a song in Songtember, I'd actually buy a copy. So when they
I remember that.
I'd be there. I'd make sure, say, look, you're going to get at least one sale, then you can call yourself a professional musician after that, because I'll buy your song.
They were good times, weren't they? The old times.
I think I bought 37 songs in the first year, and then from then on, it's been 60, 70, 80, 100 songs people do. Plus, no one really buys music anymore, so I will stream your song. So if you do release it, I'll make sure I give it at least a play or two on the old Spotify. So instead of a 70 cents for the dollar purchase, you'll get 0.02. That's the way things went.
I want to thank you also. I did miss you, Tremor Bear. Thank you for the super chat. And thanks to, let's see, I think chat stopped working for a second there, just like usual on YouTube at the moment. You can tell when it happens. It just dies and everybody's getting the error message. There it goes. It's back now. It's back. All the messages went really quickly. So new people who've joined the chat that I may have missed, many vibes. D. Michael. I saw Ian Luckett. What's going on, Ian Luckett? Jamie Malland is here now. Jamie posted something earlier on, and I implore you, go and subscribe to Jamie Mallander. He'll be doing shows throughout Songtember, as I will, Pete will, Leela will be, Thomas will be. But reach out to Jamie too. He's always available to answer questions and help out. He's a super resource, super talented. This guy's played with Saxon. The guy's a legend. If you want to find out more, I interviewed him too. Hello, Jenny Jollivet. Hello, Scott Borthwick. I think I said hello. Hugh Caldwell. So many more people have called in that I've missed. Andy, Barry, Glenn, Joe, I'm guessing he's here as well. They're normally right with each other. Ed Zielinski. If I've missed you, I love you. So let's jump into another song and we'll come back and talk a little bit more. This is your pick here, and it's Galley Hubs.
Oh, Hubsy.
Oh, boom. This is Gary Hubs. Right on. Good deal. Boom to the boom. I love Gary. One of Hippie's favorites.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
this is Pitchfork. When was this done?
This was last year's Songtember, and I
Yes.
think one I mentioned in the last show we did together over on my channel, I talked about the fact that Gary finished this a couple of days. So if you look at the date on this one, it's like the 3rd of October, and it was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Pete." I'm like, "No, it's fine," and it just goes to show that sometimes you just need that bit of extra time, and it's cool, and we'll accept it, and it's all good. So this is featuring Hetriani on the guitar as well. Classic Hubs, classic parking lot. Just old school rock and roll, and I really dig it.
Same here. Let's do it. Right on, right on. Good deal. Boom.
Love it. Love it.
I'll tell you a funny story about the old clips from Gary Hubs. I remember the first time Gary released one of those clips. So the first one was just him in the parking lot, so it was cool. But then he released one. I don't remember if it was that one. It was an early one. But Jeff, Metalhead Hippie, played it on his show, and it comes back after the clip, and Jeff seriously goes, "Right on, good deal, boom. There's Gary Hubs." and his friend. I don't know his name, but that's someone I don't know. Boom. Nice to meet you, other guitarist. And we're all sitting there dying, laughing, going, I hope he doesn't realize it's another version of Gary.
That one. That might have been the one where it was actually a rehearsal room with playing drums and bass and guitar. Up there, and he's like, I don't know who's the band. Yeah, no, I like it.
So funny.
I've done the same thing. I've had the same problem. There's Stone Dog, who's an artist, and it took me a while to realize that, yeah, he did the same sort of thing, a band photo, but it's 4 of the same dude. And it's like, that's what you can do in 2023. We live in the future. You can be your own band. BYOB.
Absolutely. Now, so I think many vibes asked, how did we meet, me and you? And so I was looking for some help on YouTube. I think it was around 2000, had to be around 2017. I think so. Or 2018. It's either one of those, because I just got back from the United States, and I'd been making an album on my iPad for many years, still finishing it, actually. Whoops. Create, record, release. And I was looking for some help. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I found Pete's YouTube channel, and I was like, holy hell, this funny little dude is making music with an iPad. So I started following, and you were making your album. So it was the Selfish Aware album you were making. I was watching you do it, and just like, I got totally engrossed. I wrote a ridiculous review on iTunes, which was like a mad drug crazed person review.
Awkward-ish, but I appreciated it.
It's still there too. It's still there. And then, yeah, I became a mod on your channel, hung around a hell of a lot. And, and then you convinced me to start a channel through, and here we are.
Because I didn't want to answer questions anymore. So I kept handballing people to Jade, and Jade would like create little videos and mini tutorials to send to people on the Facebook groups. And then I was like, for goodness sake, start a YouTube channel. That way you can just point everyone to the videos that you're already creating. So yeah, that's what you did. And the rest, as they say, is history. But I love that Jade's been creating in iOS since before you actually technically could. So Jade's from the days where you had to hack your way and jailbreak your way to actually being able to get audio into iPad and iPhone. So I would have had absolutely zero tolerance and patience for doing that back in the day. If it wasn't for the simplicity of GarageBand, I simply wouldn't be bothering doing what we do around here. So Jade is a pioneer. And I think the other question many had is, do we hang out and have dinner? Well, we're in different cities, but when Jade visits Adelaide and when I visit Melbourne, we do catch up and hang out. I was there when Jade got the amazing dreadlocks here in Adelaide a couple of years ago.
They're all gone. These are all real ones now. All the old ones were chopped out, so these are actually real. Remember how bad those ones were? They were awful.
I like to say I was the first person to touch Jade threads when they were freshly baked and attached to her head. Watching our friend Samantha Edge busk, and she's like, "You want to touch him? Touch him."
Yeah, so we have met several times. I've been lucky enough to be welcomed into your home, so we have become good friends, and that is the story of how we got together. Now let's break into, love, exciting, and you come aboard. We're expecting. Anyway, enough of that. Hi, Cold Acre, thank you very much for the well wishes. Shall we play another song? Because we've got to get through a whole bunch of these.
We do, yes. I'm a ridiculous person. I'm doing a third live stream in like an hour. So let's keep rocking, shall we?
I've chosen this one. This is an amazing artist who just gets better and better and better and better and better. She's a very beautiful, kind soul, and she's become very metal recently. I'm sure you'll know who I'm talking about. It is everyone's favorite auntie. It's Auntie G. And this is Cry in Heaven. This song always makes me cry. It's a beautiful song. And this was from, if I'm not, where are we? Auntie G, 2021 Songtember. So a couple of years ago.
Way via South Africa. Amazing lady, Auntie G.
Let's do it. This is Auntie G, Cry in Heaven.
Like a newborn child.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Exactly. Let me give some applause for that. It's an amazing song. As Russ said, it's a crime how many subscribers Auntie G has. It's ridiculously low.
You'd say.
Just criminally undersubscribed. She's an amazing artist, and she's been working a lot with Marcus Cannell and getting into this heavy metal side of her. It's just been so amazing watching her grow, and you know, it's amazing she's from Norway and she sounds like she should be living in Nashville.
It's bizarre. Like when I first met Gertrude, before she even took on Auntie G as the name, just finding out the passion that she has for country music, and just what a great story and journey she's had, and what a wonderful soul she is. She epitomizes what Songtember is all about, and what I try and do around here is all about just helping people, helping those weekend warriors and people that are like, yeah, I really have a passion for this, but maybe I don't have the time or the inclination or the know-how. Gertrude's proven that you can get it done, and her videos are amazing. Like the way she intersplices footage of herself with some of the stock footage, always unique and always worth watching end to end. So Auntie G for the win.
And she's a live performer. She's always out there doing gigs. She's got a band. She does session stuff. I mean, she's the deal. She is the real deal. She blows me away how talented she is, as are so many other people. And I just need to put it out there today. Like we had a massive selection of songs to choose from. So if you're not getting played here, it's not because we don't. This is not a competition. We just picked 6 songs that I tried to pick something with a video clip in there, it's definitely. We're not like leaving you out or anything like that. So please don't feel like we've overlooked you. We love all of you and appreciate everything you do. We're trying to inspire you. Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, we love you all lots. So do you want to give people a brief? Did we do this already? Did I talk about the rules of Songtember at the start of this, or was that on your show? I can't remember.
Blending into one. No, I think you asked me to tell you the rules.
Oh, you did too.
The rules are that there are no rules, basically. Yep. But yeah, create, record, release a song. And when we say release, I guess the important thing there is you don't have to put it out there. I mean, if you want to, there's only one choice, and that's to use these folks right here, the awesome and amazing DistroKid. But releasing just means finishing. A lot of people have said to me, I don't want to release my music at the end, but releasing just means letting go. Like I use that terminology, that definition of release, which is create it, record it, and then let it go. Because that the cathartic finishing process is something that is really going to help you out. And I remember the first EP I recorded, I finished it and it went out there to the world and it was released. It just feels so good. And yes, are you going to be sitting there nitpicking and going, oh, but I coulda, but I shoulda, but I woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda? Too bad. So it's done. Put a fork in it. It's done. Move on to the next one. Learn from it. Learn from whatever the feedback you get about that song is, and then implement it in your next song. Otherwise, you'll end up living in the past forever, and you'll never progress and move on. So that's my advice anyway for Songtember.
See, I don't feel so bad. I know I've got an album I've been working on forever, but I've still been making other music while that thing's waiting to be done.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Again, I say all of that, and guess what? If you don't want to finish songs, that's fine too. You do you. This is more for people who are frustrated by it. If you don't have a problem with it, if you love the noodling aspect and you love having a whole bunch of just experiments out there that you haven't finished, more power to you. There are no rules. You don't have to do it a certain way. But if like me, you were frustrated because you'd never finished a song, because you didn't have the courage to stick it out there, then go for it. And the other thing I just wanted to mention, I know you mentioned it as well, that it should be about enjoyment. It should be about having fun as well. That's the fundamental thing. The reason that I'm wearing this t-shirt today, Are You Okay, is that it is so important that you look after yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially throughout this period, but throughout every period of your life. And it's sort of the second fold, the secret reason I started doing Songtember is that it can be lonely. Songwriting can be a lonely process, and it can be a very self-involved process. But once you start communicating and collaborating and realizing that you're not, like anything, you learn that you're not alone. If you're going through anxiety, you feel like the world's against you and you're the main character of a really dark film, until you realize that there's hundreds, thousands of other people going through very similar things. It's the same with songwriting. if you've got someone there to help you with the lows, to help you bring yourself back up through the lows, and just as importantly, to help you celebrate the highs when you actually achieve super important stuff.
Yes, and we are here, like through this whole process. So you've got a wealth of knowledge. Well, don't look at me, but we are here. That's what we're here through the month. As I mentioned, you've got Leela over on Rise of Dark Leela. You've got Pete here. You've got me. You've got Thomas Christ. You've got Jamie Mallender, and other people are going to be making music and showing their process as well. Plus, I also offer. If you want to become a Patreon for this month of my channel, it's only $1, yeah? And even if it's just for this month, and you have a mastering service from me for the whole month. So if you get to the end of your song and you need it mastered, you can join my Patreon. It's going to cost you $1, yeah? And I will master your song. It's in a really cool community where we do it live every weekend. And so you've got that option as well. And then you don't have to stay after that if you don't want to, but that's what the service is there for, to help you get the best mastering possibly from a human, or you can use AI if you want. That's up to you, but I like to be there and have an interaction. So that's an option for you as well. Let's play another song. Hello, Robbie Stinger, Guzzo of Oz, and Mike and Dawn, and Christopher Rossi, and anyone else I've missed in the meantime who've crawled in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so this is a song you've chosen by New Zealand's finest. It is Glenn Clark.
I love Glenn Clark. He, Speaking of art, speaking of people that do it all, Glenn Clark. If you dig out, if you scratch under the surface, you just listen to his music, you're like, oh, good musician, artist, creator, actor, producer. The dude literally put together like a production of a play and then starred in it at the same time as he's creating albums and creating music videos. He's an absolute machine, and he makes some absolute bangers and some amazing hooks in his music. So really enjoyed it.
And this is his early stuff from 2020. This is Roll With Me. His clips are always amazing. So let's do it. You ready, gang? Boom.
Feel good? Do you need to feel better? A little pick me up to keep you at ease. You've been sticking to me so you can keep it together. I'm the one to lead you astray. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. So you wanna get out, take a trip with your lover, maybe a moment to be free of the world. You should listen to me because we need one another. I'm the one to lead you astray. Yes, I am. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. All right. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. Never fade away. Don't kick me. Don't kick me now. My shooting star. You better swallow the truth. I'm your vicious cycle. I'm gonna keep you coming back for more. I'm calling your shots because you're my disciple. I'm the one to lead you astray. Yes, I am. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. Never fade. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. But if you roll with me, you'll never fade away. But if you roll with me, alright. But if you roll with me, but if you roll with me, you'll never fade away.
That's your talented dude.
The schnizzle.
You listen to that. The simplicity, the complexities in the simplicity and something like that. And it goes to show the reason I love showcasing a song like that from Glenn is that there's so much going on there, but without it being overdone. So you listen to the harmonies and the vocals, you listen to the guitar, there's the main guitar, and then there's that nice warbling guitar in the background as well. The drums just sit beautifully in the mix. It's all perfectly put together. And then you get just an amazing video of Glenn rollerblading around the streets of New Zealand, and it's amazing stuff. And I also I was thinking that as they were playing, I'm like, we've been to the USA, Canada, Norway, Australia, New Zealand. We're global. This whole community, we're all over the place. I love it.
Absolutely. I've lost some of your volume. I don't know where it's gone. Have you dropped?
Am I? There we go.
There you
I'm
go.
back. That was weird. Apologies. I must have tried to mute myself. Was I coming through at all? Did I just have a giant?
No. I was pumped. I was riding the faders. I was like, I was fully ride the fader.
100% my fault. That was me trying not to cough over the top of things.
I mute you during the songs anyway. So
I know. Anyway, I like to have the double protection. Anyway, Glenn Clark, amazing, global, everything.
Absolutely, we love Glenn. If you haven't checked out his channel, his video clips are just sick. They're always unique. They're always out there. His music's great. We both own CDs of his too. We actually have physical CDs, I think.
Tip for young players. If you want to impress someone and get them to like your music, send them a physical version, especially if they're old farts like you and me, because we actually still enjoy it. As you can see, well, you can't see it behind me because it's all dark, but I have a giant CD collection behind me, including CDs from Jade, Starr and Glenn Clark and awesome people like that. Very cool.
There's some people I missed it. Mr. Smith is here. Hello, Mr. Smith. You may be coming up soon, Mr. Smith. Frank Terzo, hello to you, my friend. I saw Cherokee come in here as well. There was someone else I saw. I hate missing people. Oh, there's Falcro. We love Falcro. Falcro's a legend. Now I can't see their name in here. God, I try and say hello to everybody. It's a hard job. Christopher Rossi, hello. It's a hard thing when you're blind as well. These glasses don't help. Frank, there's Doug Kidder as well. Ivan Idea, hello.
It's an Idea sighting.
I'll tell you something interesting. So very soon, this month, Ivan Idea, Brad Example, and Russ 8889 are meeting up in the US. Mm-hmm. and somebody's going to end up with Sharpie on their head after falling asleep drunk, and they're going to come on this show all together. It's going to be very exciting.
Russ needs to change his name because you got Brad Example, which is a wonderful, delicious pun. You've got I Have an Idea, which is amazing. I think Russ needs to change his name to Yuva Biggin, just to fit into the trio there, because it doesn't work. Russ, you need a new name, mate. You need to.
I'm not telling you where in the US, Doug. Hang on. Let me put the coordinates in. That's exactly what they don't need. But they will stream live here. We'll have them on the show. So that should be fun. Shall we play another song, and then we'll talk about the sponsor of the show, of course, DistroKid, after this, because we've got to get through all these songs. And you've got another show after this to get to. I want to thank, and I saw Pookie give, was that 10 memberships I saw Pookie give? Holy hell, Pookie, thank you so much. Before today's show, we were at 120 members. And after today, we're probably going to be at 140 members. It's ridiculous.
I got one from Falcro, so I'm now a moderator and a member. There you go.
Well, you too can join the quiz that is happening on Sunday. So the quiz is happening, which is a private members-only show. There's only 50 seats available, unfortunately, but you got to be in it quick on the day to get in. And you may be able to watch the quiz without being a member, but not participate. I'm thinking of streaming it live, but so you can see what happens for the next time if you might want to join, but that's another thing. So our next song that we're going to play is... Brad Example. Brad Example. Now, I'm playing this for a reason, because I'm trying to inspire Brad to get back to writing music, and hopefully he can get on the wheel, back on the horse again, and get a song out for Songtember. This is, when did Brad do this? It was 2021 that Brad released this one, and it is called Sorry State. So let's get it up on my screen. It looks like it was... Again, most of these songs mastered by me somehow. My footprints on everything. All right, so this is Brad Example and Sorry State. Let's do it, and we'll see you soon. Boom.
Can't take any more of this, my luck is running out. I tried to keep my head up while the world's been knocking me out. I can take the punches and get back up, I gotten up so many times. A big black cloud chases me down, Story State's a state of mind. It's time that we say fuck it all, celebrate our mistakes. Drink one for the broken hearts and one for our sorry state. Come out from a cloud of purple smoke and get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and the sorry state we're in. What side I get up on, it's the wrong side of the bed. All the demons in my head are my only real friends. I'm hated by my girlfriend, my mistress, and my wife. So fuck it all, I got no regrets, this disaster is my life. It's time that we say fuck it all, celebrate our mistakes. Drink one for the broken hearts and one for our sorry state. Come out from a cloud of purple smoke and get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and the sorry state we're in. we say fuck it all. Celebrate our mistakes. Drink one for the broken hearts and one for our story state. Come out from a cloud of purple smoke and get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and this story state we're in. It's time that we say fuck it all. Celebrate our mistakes. Drink one for the broken hearts and one for our story state. Come out from a cloud of purple smoke and get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and this story state we're in.
Boot scooting madness.
Amazing. I love the premise of a lot of the songs, especially the 2020, 21, 22 songs, because obviously we're all going through some stuff. They kind of come in two flavors, which is the melancholy, oh, everything's broken, and the let's just forget about all that and get back onto our feet. And that's definitely the latter there from Brad. I love it. Very, very cool song. Classic Brad vocals and lyrics in that one.
Absolutely. Hello, Manny from the Lily Pillies. And yes, I know, wow, 1,000. So thank you all for joining us here today and celebrating. I can't believe we're at 1,000 episodes. It's idiotic. It's ridiculous. But here we are. And thank you all for all the kind support and hanging out and all that stuff. It really blows me away all the time. Another thing that blows me away is today's sponsor. Oh, God. Segue, huh? I'm the queen of it not. And today's sponsor is, of course, DistroKid, who, without DistroKid, I really wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I do on here because, you know, they are fantastic supporters of this show. And I know of yours too, Pete. We'd be struggling. I would be without them, you know. It is what it is.
They do a couple of things for the community. They sponsor people like you and I, like creators, and we were talking, you know, without sort of going to inside baseball, we were talking about the fact that if you've watched sponsored shows, you'll hear the same read because you're given a read of exactly what you have to say and dot every I and cross every T. And I won't mention any names, not VPN, but yeah, the same ad over and over again. What DistroKid do is they say, we trust you. Very big mistake right there from DistroKid. We trust you. And they know that we're going to impart their information in a style. And if they are nice to us, then we'll put their information out there to the world and we'll do it in our own style. And that's going to be better because we can actually incorporate it. And I think it works so perfectly for this show because if you want to finish a song in Songtember and you want to release it, there's literally no better and easier and more convenient and least expensive way to do it than signing up to DistroKid. So do it.
Absolutely. And it is cheap as chips. You've got 3 plans to be able to do it. The simplest one, if you're just a single artist, is $22.99 a year. It is virtually, $1.92 a month. It's ridiculous. You know, you can get four coffees for that a day. You can get 1 million coffees for that a month. You know, it's ridiculously cheap. If you use my link as well, which is distrokid.com/VIP/Jade, so you'll get 7% off your first year. There are 3 tiers here. Musicians Plus, you get 2 artists. You can, if you want to be a little bit fancy and have multiple artists, or you can be like me and be a lunatic and have the ultimate plan and end up with, 7 artists with all these releases. Because you can, and that is super cheap at what, $90, $89.99 a year to have 5 artists and just all the amazing benefits that come with it. And just to show you quickly, because if this is your first time releasing music, it is so easy to do. It's a simple form. Here it is. You get to pick where you want it to go. Yeah, you tick the boxes. Choose the number of songs. You choose your name. Don't pay no attention to that name there. You choose where you want it to go, all that stuff. Choose a release date. pick a genre, put some artwork in, add your songs, add your tracks, and a few other bits of information like your name. You got to put your real name in there because you're going to get paid and stuff, but no one's going to see that, so that's all good. You can choose if you want your, adult lyrics, and you can even put your own lyrics there. Choose the price. It's super simple. And then you tick a couple of boxes at the end and hit submit. And it can take they're pretty quick to get up there. And then before you know it, you're across all of the streaming services and you're a celebrity. Is that how it works, Pete?
That's exactly right. All your friends and family will love and adore you. And every time you walk past them in the street, they'll tell you how attractive you are just because you use DistroKid. These are all 100% proven statements that are 100% not true.
Yes, and as the Emperor Palpatine says, 100%. And if you don't do this, then you are doing it wrong. So sign up to DistroKid.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Follow the Emperor. The Emperor knows what he's talking about, or he'll force choke you. So DistroKid, we love you, DistroKid.
Star Wars person. I thought Darth Vader was the boss, and then someone's like, no, there's the Emperor that's like the boss of Darth Vader. I'm like, oh, I need to watch the movie properly, clearly.
Now, you're a Trekkie. I'm a Star Wars fan. And it's weird. You're either one or the other, I reckon.
I struggle with all. Because I'm a nerd that I'm into comic books and like superheroes and like Star Wars and Star Trek, and I'm just like, I don't understand any of it.
So you're not really a geek, are you?
Really, no. I'm more into sport, which is weird. I know I'm wearing the hockey hat, and I'll get into things on my channel, and then I'll start talking sport, and I'll realize that's why I need your thing. I need the faces and the icons to go around the screen because people just tune out. They're just like talking about cricket again. Oh.
Let me ask before we go into the next song. What are you doing for Songtember, Pete? Have you got ideas? Are you actually kicking off tomorrow?
I am, yeah. So I've got a live show tomorrow at around about this time, a little bit later, in about 45 minutes from now, in 24 hours' time. So I will be kicking off, and it will be a song idea generation session. So I actually have virtually no idea what I do. My children ask me, they're like, what are you doing for a Songtember song, Dad? And I'll go, I got no idea, no clue. But I've got a couple of ideas in my head at the moment, vague. I'm not going to spin a wheel like Keonra. I'm not that brave. So I'm going to use my genre. But in my head, I have rock and I have funk, because I've been really digging a lot of sort of more funky stuff, like with some funky bass lines and funky guitars. And I want to do something that is actually modern. And look, that's not to say I want it to be popular. I don't really care about popularity. Otherwise, I would be doing things very differently. But more of a modern sound. I want to try and push Logic Pro on iPad to its limits and use some of the plugins and use some of the effects to kind of create a modern, funky rock sound. Now, could on day 2 that can turn into a folksy singer-songwriter acoustic jam? Probably, because that tends to be what happens. But that's the things in my head going in. But in terms of exactly what that means, what the song will be about, that's the joy of Songtember, is that you folks can actually join along. You can actually check out the live streams and check out the videos. And every year I get a lot of ideas. I get a lot of lyric ideas and song ideas and instrument ideas and just a whole bunch of stuff that comes from the community. So it's a lot of fun if you want to be interactive. Even if you're not creating a song in Songtember, come and watch me do it and join in. And you'll probably have some good ideas that will go into the final song. 2 years ago, we had a choir. We had people actually, the community, singing on my song Work in Progress, which was a heap of fun. So who knows what's going to happen? That's the serendipity of it all, is part of the fun.
You see, Pete's braver than me. Pete does live streams and he makes music, right? And he asks for the peanut gallery, which is now what I call comments, the chat, the peanut gallery, to add suggestions. And me, I don't do that because I have an idea what I have going on, and I'm focused. But you're braver than me to ask for people to throw in their 2 cents.
Yeah, look, do I ignore a lot more than I actually think? But people can have ideas, and some of them won't necessarily be right or wrong. That's the thing about ideas. They're not right, they're not wrong. They're just either right or wrong for me and for the situation. So yeah, but by the same token, if you give me an idea and you say you should make a song about rainbows, and I say no, yeah, you don't need to be offended, because just you go make a song about rainbows. There you go.
Yes, indeed. See you later, Jonathan. I want to say hello to Kim Hardin Hudson. Hello, Kim. And Where did I see? See, I was looking for someone. Joseph Chase, welcome to the channel, Joseph. Hope you're going to get involved this year with Songtember. And look at this person here, M Borthwick. Do funk and get Jamie to add some bass. That would be awesome.
Well, I have threatened. I actually asked Jamie if he'd be interested to play on a track at some stage, and he did say yes. So maybe this is the year that something like that happens. Little Jamie bass, little Jade drum. We could have our own little mini Songtember band.
Well, I always hope I get invited to play drums again because I do love playing on your music. It's interesting, you know. Many Vibes asked earlier how we met, and I know this is going to sound a little bit wanky, but it's true. Like, I came across your channel, was like, wow, this dude's really cool. Like, you know, your channel is just wicked. A wealth of information. You've got the best video on how to clean a port on an iPhone that I've ever seen. No, but I really fell in love with your music, and this isn't just like, you know, I'm not you know, just taking a piss, but I really did. And you know, that review I wrote on your album, I really meant. And now I just think it's rad that I get to play drums on your stuff. It still floats my boat. I get off on it. It's the little things, you know.
Yeah, and look, it's not that I should say, oh, Jane, it's such a privilege that you have to participate in stuff that I do. It's not like that at all. But it just does go to show that if you want to do something, don't reach out to people asking, reach out to people giving. Yeah. And that's what Jay did early on. We talked about Glenn Clark before. We talk about Russ, who does the same sort of thing. The people that actually, if you look at someone, you're like, I can't believe that they get to do blah. I can't believe that Thomas Christ gets to interact and be on Pete Johnson's and Jade Starr's show. It's like, well, that's because Thomas didn't come to us asking us for things. He came to us offering things and saying, hey, I really like what you do. Can I moderate your channel? Can I do this? And it's the same sort of thing. So if you want something, it's more about the given than the taking. And if you go in with a taking mentality, it's usually not going to work out. But if you go in saying, how can I add value? How can I help? How can I provide something for someone? More often than not, they're going to at least listen to you, if not allow you to do some cool things. So let's keep that in mind.
It's funny how things have changed. I used to think about it this way. I came through your channel as a moderator, and I used to put in links and help people and put in apps and stuff. And, you know, I worked really hard to do that. And then I moved on to my own channel, and then Thomas kind of came in and did the same. And then his channel started, and then Leela's now kind of doing it. Now her channel started, but then there's so many other channels now that don't just gives everyone a moderator.
Yeah, moderation is a privilege, not a right. And I've had to. A lot of people have said, "Hey, can I be a moderator?" Well, first you got to be a contributor. First you got to be part of a community and prove that you are, you know, all the things, the trustworthy, that you're actually going to give it and be involved. But yeah, I agree, and I do love that. And I think in terms of, you know, not to get too deep into it, but the best thing I learned from my corporate world was information about leadership and the difference between being a people manager or managing something versus leading something. And the true leaders are generally not what you see in the corporate world and not what you see on TV, especially at the moment with a couple of big eggheads that are leaders. But anyway, we won't go down that track. But yeah, a real leader is someone who wants other people to be as successful and more successful than them. So I always said that if I lead someone and in my team back in the corporate days, and they get to my level and then they go above, that's good. It means I'm a good leader. It means I'm doing a good thing. And it's the same with this thing. If I'm helping people create music, I don't want them to hit the wall at my level. I'm not a great songwriter for a lot of reasons. I like what I write and I like what I do, but that shouldn't be the goal. The goal shouldn't be to keep everyone below because you're the leader and everyone needs to be below you. It should be to build people up and then at them as they take off into the atmosphere. And if someone in this community becomes a multi-million selling Grammy award-winning artist, I'm not going to feel bad or sad or think that I'm hard done by because it should have been me because I've taught them everything they know. I'm going to go, awesome. Hopefully some of the coaching and training that I gave them along the way helped them out, and I can feel good about that. So I know that's a bit of a long-winded wankiness, but it's important to look at that sort of thing, because anyone that tells you that they're better than you, and I always say if they open with how many years of experience they have, then you got 27 years experience in a studio, and you're like, good on you, mate. It's 2023, and I might get better than you. Oh, you'll never be better than me.
Yeah, whippersnapper, get off my lawn. But I'm with you, Pete. You know, I see all the shows that play people's music and stuff too, and Hippie messaged me and says, you know, what song would you like me to play? Boom, right on, good deal. I don't need my songs played. I am here to help build others up. That's what I live for. That's what I get up for every morning. I don't care if it sounds cheesy or not. I get up at 6 o'clock, stupid o'clock every day because I want to see people get better. I'm not here to be a celebrity. I'm not here to be a wanker. And I love it. It's as you get older, I never used to be this way. I used to be a turd. Let me tell you that. But you grow up. Hey, thank you, 15th Bend, my friend. We played you earlier. You were featured earlier for your, what was it, 2021 contribution to Songtember. Thank you so much for the super chat. You rock. Thank you, my friend. That is 15th Bend, as I said before, the man who could do a live stream and shit in his hand and people would still watch. It just is the truth. So let's play another artist here. This is one of your picks from 2020. This guy's in the audience as well. This is M Borthwick.
Oh, Scotty.
Strawberry Jam, one of my favorites. Let's do it.
I can still picture you sitting right there, your quiet smile, a flick of your hair, the littlest things that thrilled you the most, like toast with strawberry jam. We forget all the things that we wanted to say, moments were lost as they drifted away. And no one will tell you that's just how it seems. You'll run out of time before you run out of dreams. You wanted the stars, you wanted the moon, you outshone them all, but you were gone too soon. It's the littlest things that I'll miss the most, like toast with strawberry jam. If you were here, I would tell you no. If you were here, I'd just hold you. So I'll gather the stars, I'll take down the moon and pretend their lights could fill up this room. But it's the littlest things that I'll miss the most, like toast with strawberry. If you were here, I would tell you. If you were here, I would.
Smile every time.
It is the controversial version too because it's in mono.
Oh.
Yes, it was released. So in Songtember, he released the mono version. Then he released the stereo one later on. And mono and stereo, I've got a story about that shit. Thank you, Jenny, for the super chat. Thank you, Manny, as well. Great song. I love Scott's stuff. He's always, again, he reminds me of Glenn Clark. Just always inventive and can take something super simple and make it way more complex than what it should be.
100%. And yeah, doesn't take himself too seriously or the creative process. He's someone to aspire and be inspired by, because yeah, some of his videos are just like super cool. And his what is it, the empanadas, the infamous empanadas, which is his other artist, his pseudo name. Yeah, just very cool. And again, a long time supporter of you and I and this community. Been around for a long time. Not to say he's old, but he's experienced. So,
his voice is a seat wetter. Absolutely. Bit of Eddie? Ladies, am I right?
We're, yeah. Anyway, it's good. It's good to see we're consistent.
Yeah.
I think on the 500th episode we were together, and it was, if people watch that now, they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, they're still being dickheads. They're dickheads now." Like it.
Dickheads forever. I feel like a dickhead tonight. I remember that. Only Aussies would get that.
That was from the Late Show where I got the toilet break from a YML. So
Yeah.
Connections. Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of mono, I released originally, by accident, I uploaded the Metheist World Divided clip, and that was in mono. And I didn't realize until after. You know how I found out the worst possible way? I sent it in to Glenn Fricker to be reviewed, and it started, and he just went, "It's in fucking mono, you idiot!" I was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Yes, I remember that. I remember again messages. If I went back through my messages from Jade, I'd be able to like relive her entirely. If anyone needs to like do a biography of Jade, the wave of emotions up and down for all the things that has happened to Jade musically in the last 4 years, I'd have the complete backstory there. Remember the motto incident.
It's the hormones. I blame the hormones for everything. Hello, Viv. Good to see you, Viv. Let's play another song, because you've got to get out of here soon. We've got half an hour left, and what have we got left in songs? We're doing all right for me, not like counting the songs. We've got 4 more songs left to play for this show. Thank you all so much for all the kind super chats and all the support and hanging out for this 1000 special edition and my 51st birthday, celebrating with my good friend Pete Johns and kicking off Songtember, which is just, you know, I love Songtember. It is Christmas for us.
So exciting. Well, I woke up this morning like with butterflies like you used to do on Christmas morning, where I was setting up the live stream, and it felt like when you run out to the tree and see what was being left under there and see that the milk and cookies have been eaten. I'm like, yeah, it really does feel like Christmas. I love it.
It does. And you know, the other great thing about getting a song for Songtember, folks, is at the end, Pete does YML. You know, every week he does YML, and you're doing a special YML. What's the date? Tell people about it, because you're going to get your songs played on this huge YML, and everyone's songs all come together. When are you doing it this year, Pete?
Yeah, so this year, the good news is you've got a little bit of extra time, because it happens to be that it finishes on the 1st of October is when I normally do it, which is actually only the 30th of September in the US and Canada and the UK. So we're actually doing it a week later, so it'll be on the 8th or the 7th of October. So that'll be the big special YML. I think last year's was about 4 hours long, and I only play like 1 or 2 minutes of everyone's song. So I'm a little concerned that I may be here for most of the day. Luckily, I start in the morning, but it could be a hippie level length show. It could be going like 5 hours with all of the Songtember submissions. But hey, that's not your problem. That's my problem, finding out how to fit them all into a show. But yeah, it's really cool. Could we do a big showcase at the end, do a big celebration of the month? And yeah, whatever you've done, you get to submit it. We've had people that have submitted voice recordings on their phones, and this is all I got. And I'm like, cool, we'll play it. Or they've got a demo version. Cool, we'll play it. So we're just celebrating what people are able to get done. Let's focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. That's what we're about.
And let's focus on this artist who can do no wrong. This is the amazing Frizzy. Dirty Money. Great song. Where this was from, Dirty Money was from 2021 Songtember. So let's just play it and let Frizzy rock the house. Boom.
waste have left the building. They sold out to the highest bidder. Took their 30 pieces of silver, yeah. They set the game, they set the rules. We played along, we were fools, no more. Cause in their game, there's just one winner. It won't be us, we're just their father. Stop.
You take the food from the mouth of the working man. You profit from his work, yeah, that's your plan. You sell a promise, you sell a dream. Overall, it's just a big empty scheme. Time's coming now, people know. You're just a wolf dressed up in sheep's clothes. You've got dirty money on your hands. What you think about that? Yeah, what you think about that? The game is up, we all can see your tricks. The future's coming and you'll be obsolete with no more money on your hands. The system's broken, it's rotten to the core. The rich get richer and the troll comes to the poor. Unequal distribution of wealth. Easy to see it's not good for your health. You circle the balance of power, but there's a price to be in your world order. You've got dirty money on your hands. So what you think about that? Yeah, what you think about that? To set your eyes, financial exchanges. We're gonna shatter the rock of ages. Old systems blowing out of existence. We're gonna beat the Fibonacci resistance. And you'll have no more money on your hands. What you think about that? Yeah, what you think about that? You're welcome to the show, but up a seat. Come on, let's go. You're welcome to the show, but up a seat. Come on, let's go. You're welcome to the show, but up a seat. Come on, let's go.
The ones who said it mustn't change, it couldn't change, it shouldn't change, are the ones who have the most to lose, the ones who try to stop you choose, the ones who want to see you lose.
Frizzy.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. And when was that? When did I say that was?
Was that 21? I think. Yeah, that was that 20? 21. 21.
2021, indeed it was.
Yeah, I love that track. I've had chats with Frizzy in the past, and you know we're very similar. He's up in Ireland, I'm here in Australia, obviously, but yeah, we've got similar sort of points of view. And luckily, 2 years later in 2023, we don't have greedy corporations and heartless billionaires and complete diversity of wealth distribution. Everything's fixed, so we don't really need that song anymore. But it's a nice, trip back into history of what it was like 2 years ago.
Snap out of it, Pete. Back to the real world. Falcro, what did I tell you about sticking your fingers into things with your eyes closed? Falcro's gone and cut his finger open during the stream. I hope you're okay, Falcro. He'll never learn.
I did that last year, drinking a beer of all things. I reached into the fridge and I had a 6-pack of beer, and since then I don't use glass bottles anymore. I've gone all cans, but I reached in and one of the bottles had shattered when I put it into the fridge, and yeah, piece of glass went straight into the finger. And I'm like, oh, that felt a bit unpleasant. And then, yeah, just started gushing blood from there. So I went and bandaged it up and went down to the chemist. And I'm like, is this okay? And they're like, no, you should really go to the ER for that. And I'm like, well, I'll see how it goes, because I'm a middle-aged man and that's how we roll. That's how we do things when it comes. We'll see how
We'll see how it goes. That's all right. We'll see how it goes.
I didn't bleed out, but yeah, in hindsight, probably should have got some medical attention. So, hope you're all right, Velcro. But don't do it.
He says he's okay. Glad to hear you're okay. We're going to keep the songs flowing because we've got a few more to go, and Pete's got to get out of here.
5 minutes, so
I'll let you. We'll play the last song and let you go before then, so we can give you 10 minutes at least, and I'll close out.
Sweet.
So we got 3 more, so we're good. We're golden, I think. And this one's only a short one, a very short one. This is from our friend, Mr. Smith.
Bye.
I love me some Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is amazing. I had a really amazing phone call with him for 3 hours. Was it 3 hours? It was a 3-hour tour the other day. I love me some Mr. Smith. He's just a sweetheart. He's amazingly talented. And we hope to see him back doing some live streams soon. This was his first Songtember, I think, and it was from 2022, last year. And this is Playing for Time, the acoustic version. Let's do it straight away. Boom.
I'm not out to get to you like that. Just a part of me feels like I want to know you more. I couldn't give enough time to be more than just friends. But you inspire some kind of charge, like I've been plugged in. It's like static through my veins. Like I've been plugged in, it's driving me insane. I want to know why I get the feeling we could achieve something together. Or maybe just experience through time. Maybe I'm mad, I could eat you as if starved. But I'm not playing for you, I'm just playing for time. I'm just playing for time. I don't want to take something some man's taken before. Just a part of me feels like it wants to know you more. Couldn't give enough of myself to be more than your friend. But you inspire some kind of charge, like I've been plugged in. It's like static through my veins. Like I've been plugged in, it's driving me insane. I want to know why I get the feeling we could achieve something together. Or maybe just experience through time. Maybe I'm mad, I could eat you as if starved. But I'm not playing for you, I'm just playing for time. I'm just playing for time. I'm just playing for time. I'm just playing for time.
Makes me cry every time, that song.
Love it. And I love seeing the other side of Mr. Smith, because I know that most people in this community don't know it, but when you're as good a drummer as Mr. Smith is and you get a reputation as an amazing drummer, people forget that he's also a great guitar player, bass player, percussionist, singer,
everything.
Producer. So he wears many hats and one mask. That's what I say about it.
I'm just going to say it. Suck shit, Mr. Smith. I was talking to him not yesterday, the day before, and I'm trying to convince him to do shows, and on his usual spot where he was playing drums and talk to us and tell us stuff, teach us stuff, because I want to see him do shows talking about playing guitar and mixing, and dude's got a wealth of knowledge and he can do it all behind a mask, and I love that, and I'd love to see him do some shows like that. So if you think that's a winner of an idea, folks, put a 1 in the chat and let him know that he should do it. All right, we're going to play another song here. It's a fantastic song. I love it. This is a song that you have chosen, and then this is our second last song. So this is Joe and Barry Glenn. Joe and Barry Glenn. We love a bit of Joe and Barry Glenn. It's The Murder Couple. And this is from, when was this one from? 2021.
Yours.
And it is The Bottom of the Food Chain. Let's do it and rock and roll. You ready for some Joe and Barry sexy, Glenn? Let's do it. If I got all my buttons right. Yes.
Whoop.
Started out as a single cell when the world began, as I hear tell, with just a blob with a primitive brain. Yeah, bottom of the food chain. Slithered out the primordial ooze. We had no feet, we didn't need shoes. Evolution is the name of the game. Yeah, bottom of the food chain. People evolve, some people change, but some people, they just stay the same. You're of the latter, let me explain. You're still bottom of the food chain. People evolve, some people change, but some people, they just stay the same. You're of the latter, let me explain. You're still bottom of the food chain. Deep underground, free from harm. You only surface when you feel the rain. You're still bottom of the food chain.
Get off, you brother.
Joe and Barry.
That was the first song I played drums on with him, I think, and
Ah,
it was fun.
very cool.
But-
Yeah, Was that a note in the chat that they're like, the guy we wrote this about dead? It's such a Joe and Barry Glenn comment to make after a song like that.
I know, yeah. No one died in this one. It was about a co-worker who's dead now.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Mate, I have to run.
I know.
Up for my next show. So I'm going to have to love you all and leave you so I can go and do that. But
where can people find you, Pete Johns?
Oh, studiolivetoday.com, or this month, studiolivetoday.com/Songtember is the place to go. And huge thank you to you, Jade. Huge thank you to everyone here in the community and for all the people we played and didn't play, because I know we could only play like 12 songs. And Jade's got a cracking one to finish with here for you now, folks. But come and join us, one of us. And Songtember is happening thing. Let's do this.
Thank you, Pete. See you over at your channel. You rock. Happy Songtember. See you later.
Bye for now.
Bye. I'll just make sure he's found the door okay. Yeah, he's found the door. I can end the meeting for all. There we go. Hey, thank you all for joining us today and spending some time here on my channel for the opening of Songtember. 1,000 episodes, my birthday, all the kind super chats that you've given and memberships that you've purchased, and just all the support that you give me here on this channel. I don't know how to thank you. It's mind-blowing, yeah? So I'm really excited about Songtember. As I've said to you all today, there's lots of us here. You know us, you see us across the channels, Pete and Thomas and me and Leela and Jamie Mallender, and there's so many other people who are doing music, and we'll probably do shows as well. Reach out. Yeah, come and join the streams if you need some inspiration. If you don't want to join the streams, don't join the streams. Need time away if you're making a Songtember song, go get an ice cream, go play a video game, go take a walk. The most important thing is don't put yourself under stress. This is all meant to be fun. And Pete's YML will be on the 8th, I think, this year of October. So you've got a little bit after the time, that it closes. Or closes, well, there is no real date. Michael Lanthia, hello to you. There's some people who I haven't got to say hello to. Let me just quickly do that. I think I saw so many names now. I'm trying to scroll back and find you all. Tom and Co, hello to you. That sounds great, doesn't it? Entertaining stuff from me. I know there's a few people I've missed to say hello. Valerie Bart, hello to you. And remember, there's no pressure to make songs. If you don't want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Or even do a collab. I'll reach out to somebody else. If you don't want to make a whole song yourself, reach out and see if you can add something to someone else's song. That's what this community is built on. This is, after all, the YMC. That's what I'm naming it here on this channel. It's a YouTube music community. It's the YMC minus A. Less gay. Yeah. What am I talking about? Dear, oh dear. So we've got 9 minutes to pass. So what's happening over at Pete's channel? He's got, let me show you what's going over at Pete's channel. Trust me, it's not less gay because I'm here. Pete Johns, let me. So this is what Pete's got coming up. Let me bounce you over and let me just show you what Pete's got coming up. Can we do it that way? Yes, we can do it this way. So Pete's got Lynn Shaw on the channel. It's a Q&A, songwriting and recording. So if you want to get some tips from somebody who's an expert, head over to, I'll dump you all over to Pete's channel to check out that. Look at those flowers. Aren't they pretty? Look at those flowers. See, now that is something I should wear on my shows. So yes, that is happening next over at Pete's. It's been a big day. Tomorrow also, it's going to be a crazy day because Thomas is kicking off the afternoon, evening, wherever you are, with his first episode of Songtember on his song. Then straight after Thomas, I will be up. Oh, good grief. There's things happening tomorrow, yeah? Then I'll be straight up after Thomas. Where's my thing, if I can find what I'm doing? You'll notice too, we are in season 12 of How to App on iOS now. So remember the old thumbnails you've been seeing all this time? They are no longer a thing. We have new thumbnails here on the channel. They look like this now. So it's my first episode tomorrow of creating and recording my Songtember song. And then I think after me, Pete will be doing his Songtember song. And there'll be lots of episodes of me working on my song during Songtember. So that is a thing. What else can I show you is happening this week? The opening hour is happening this week. And I'm doing some brutal metal original songs. Good times, yeah? If you want to come and check out some metal live, I'm singing some songs from one of my really old bands, which none of you have heard before, called Running with Scissors. That's going to be fun. And then, yes, the rant is back on Sunday, and we'll be doing Apps Aren't Pokemon. And also, if you are a Wart Warrior, yes, this is happening on the channel. If you are a member of the channel, if I can find it, man, there's too many images here in my photos thingy. The quiz is happening. Here it is. Is that the right one? Yes, the quiz is happening on Sunday. If you're a member, go to my channel, go to the channel, go check the member section. You'll see the times. You can hit a reminder for the members only quiz. There's only 50 seats available, so you'll have to get in quick to be a part of it. That's happening on Sunday before the rant. There, we've covered all the things. So that's all done. Thank you so much, Michael, for the super chat. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Rhett, for the super chat and birth EA. I love you, Rhett. I love you, Rhett. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rhett. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today and supporting and all that stuff. We're going to go out with somebody you may know. Yeah? Somebody you may know. Now, this video clip shows how far this talented individual has come. He's amazing. He not only makes amazing music, he's a really beautiful human being. But without him, this channel would have struggled. He is Thomas Christ. He just is everywhere. He supports so many people. He posts links for everybody. He's probably missed 5 of my shows in 3 and a bit years. The dude's amazing. I love Thomas so much. So let's play a song from 2020 Songtember from Thomas Christ. This is The Pandemic Panic. And you can just see how far Thomas has come in this. It's a wicked song, but he just gets better and better and better and better. We love Thomas Christ. All right. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. And above all, happy Songtember, yeah? Let's do this thing. Thomas Christ, Pandemic Panic.
Got my hydroxychloroquine. Exercise, good hygiene. I wash my hands with kerosene. It's a pandemic panic, it's infectious. Pandemic panic, pulse H-plexus. Pandemic panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic panic, psychopathology. Pandemic panic, it's infectious. Pandemic panic, pulse H-plexus. Pandemic panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic panic, psychopathology. Hanging out at the testing facility. Masking my ability. Inoculate hostility. infectious. Pandemic, panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic, panic, psychopathology. Pandemic, panic, it's infectious. Pandemic, panic, voltage plexus. Pandemic, panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic, panic, psychopathology. Medical records spinning in a clockwise direction. Bring me the ball, gonna need an injection. I've got something of insurance never would cover. Catch the panic like a kiss from an invisible lover. It's pandemic panic. It's pandemic panic. It's pandemic panic. It's pandemic panic. It's a pandemic panic, it's infectious. Pandemic panic, pulsate your plexus. Pandemic panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic panic, psychopathology. Pandemic panic, it's infectious. Pandemic panic, pulsate your plexus. Pandemic panic, nitrobiology. Pandemic panic, psychopathology.
We'll all rise together.
Thanks, everybody. Happy Songtember. Thank you also to the amazing sponsorship of DistroKid. Couldn't do it without you, DistroKid, and couldn't do it without you. Good luck for Songtember. We'll see you over at Pete's. Guys rock.
You make me shine better.